Hello, and welcome back to Home Design Channel. Today, we're stepping into a world where the past meets the present, a world filled with character, history, and undeniable charm. We're talking about vintage decor. Whether you're a seasoned collector of antiques or just someone who appreciates the beauty of bygone eras, this video is for you. Together, we'll explore how to bring the timeless allure of vintage style into your home, blending it seamlessly with modern living. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's discover the magic of vintage decor. All right, let's get started. First up, we're diving into the heart of vintage decor, what it is, why it matters, and how it can transform your space. Ready? Let's go. Segment 1. What is vintage decor? First things first, what exactly is vintage decor? Well, vintage style is all about celebrating the aesthetics of the past, typically from the early 20th century up to the 1980s. It's not just about old things. It's about pieces that tell a story, evoke nostalgia, and bring a sense of warmth and personality to your space. Think of it as a way to honor history while creating a home that feels uniquely yours. Vintage decor can include anything from mid-century modern furniture to rustic farmhouse pieces, Art Deco accents, or even bohemian treasures from the 70s. The key is to curate a collection that resonates with you and reflects your personal style. Segment 2. Why choose vintage decor? Now, you might be wondering, why choose vintage decor over something new and trendy? Well, there are so many reasons. For starters, vintage pieces are often one of a kind, which means your home will stand out with a unique, curated look. Plus, vintage decor is sustainable. By repurposing and reusing old items, you're reducing waste and giving new life to beautiful, well-crafted pieces. Another reason to love vintage. It's timeless. Trends come and go, but the charm of a well-made vintage piece never fades. Whether it's a weathered wooden table, a retro lamp, or a set of antique books, these items add depth and character to any room. Segment 3. Fresh ideas for incorporating vintage decor. Ready to bring some vintage flair into your home? Let's dive into some fresh ideas and tips to get you started. First, mix and match eras. Don't be afraid to mix and match different eras. Pair a mid-century modern sofa with a Victorian style rug, or combine Art Deco mirrors with rustic wooden shelves. The contrast creates a dynamic, layered look that feels both eclectic and cohesive. Second, focus on statement pieces. Choose one or two standout vintage items as focal points in a room. A bold, retro armchair or an antique chandelier can instantly elevate your space and set the tone for the entire design. Third, repurpose and upcycle. Get creative with how you use vintage items. Turn an old ladder into a bookshelf, transform a vintage suitcase into a side table, or use antique frames to create a gallery wall. The possibilities are endless. Fourth, layer textures and patterns. Vintage decor is all about texture and pattern. Mix floral prints with geometric designs, or pair a velvet couch with a woven rattan chair. These combinations add visual interest and make your space feel cozy and inviting. Segment 4. Tips for shopping vintage. Now that you're inspired, let's talk about where to find these treasures and how to shop smart. First, explore local markets. Flea markets, antique shops, and estate sales are gold mines for vintage finds. Take your time to browse, and don't be afraid to haggle. It's all part of the fun. Second, check online platforms. Websites like Etsy, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace are great for finding vintage items from the comfort of your home. Just be sure to read descriptions carefully and ask for additional photos if needed. Third, inspect before you buy. When shopping in person, inspect items for quality. Look for sturdy construction, minimal damage, and signs of craftsmanship. A little wear and tear can add character, but you want to avoid pieces that are beyond repair. Fourth, know your style. Before you start shopping, have a clear idea of the look you're going for. This will help you stay focused and avoid impulse buys that don't fit your vision. Segment 5. Creating rustic elegance with vintage decor. One of the most popular ways to use vintage decor is to create a style known as rustic elegance. This look combines the raw, natural beauty of rustic elements with the refined sophistication of vintage pieces. To achieve this style, start with a neutral color palette. Think warm whites, soft grays, and earthy tones. Then layer in vintage furniture with distressed finishes, like a weathered dining table or a reclaimed wood cabinet. Add soft, luxurious textiles like linen curtains or a vintage-inspired rug to balance the roughness of the wood. Finally, accessorize with vintage-inspired lighting, like a wrought iron chandelier or a set of antique brass candlesticks. The result? A space that feels both cozy and elegant, with a timeless appeal. Segment 6. Vintage decor for small spaces. Living in a small space doesn't mean you have to miss out on the vintage trend. In fact, vintage decor can make a small room feel more intimate and inviting. Here are a few tips for decorating small spaces with vintage style. First, use multifunctional furniture, like a vintage trunk that doubles as a coffee table. Second, opt for light, airy colors to keep the space feeling open. Third, incorporate mirrors to reflect light and create the illusion of more space. Fourth, choose smaller vintage accents like framed prints, ceramic vases, or decorative trays to add personality without overwhelming the room. Segment 7. Final Thoughts and Inspiration. At the end of the day, vintage decor is about more than just aesthetics. It's about creating a home that tells your story. Each piece you choose has a history, and by incorporating it into your space, you're adding a layer of meaning and connection. So, whether you're drawn to the clean lines of mid-century modern design, the ornate details of Art Deco, or the cozy charm of rustic farmhouse style, there's a vintage look out there for you. Start small, experiment, and most importantly, have fun with it. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the timeless charm of vintage decor. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest home decor tips and ideas. And hey, if you've already incorporated vintage pieces into your home, share your stories and photos in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep decorating, and keep making your house a home. See you next time.